Oh, it's super hot coffee. Hey everybody, I'm Yvonne Williams with the Back to Earth Creations, and in today's live stream, it's going to be a little bit of a short one. I brewed myself a cup of coffee. Stay until the coffee's gone. But we are... Okay, so you know how I talked about we were going to rearrange the craft room in November? Hey, Tanya. Well, it's not November, and I'm rearranging the craft room. Hey, Martha. Hey, Lucinda. Hey, Samantha. And I can't believe it. I missed a video on Saturday, you guys. For the first time, like, I think there might have been one other time in the past year and a half that I didn't post a video. Literally every time I start to study, you start a stream. How serendipitous. No, you're not late. You just got in wasted. We've literally been streaming for a minute. But y'all, this might be the last time that you see me in this corner streaming. Because everything's changing. Hey, Buttons. Well, thanks, Danielle. I don't know. It's a personal goal for me, you know, to just, you know, see if I can do it every day. Yes, no, change now. Do you guys see what's happening? Like, Randy's handling it really well. The fact that I've started rearranging the craft room. Like, those got just moved over. So I'm so excited for your rearrange project. Thanks, Samantha. Loving the leather over there. Right? Yeah, just draped. It's like, I mean, a $150 hide, like whole hide of garment leather, just thrown. I'm working on it. Any advice on how to do well in school? Study something that interests you. Study frequently and smartly. Like, don't keep rereading the same stuff that you're familiar with. Study what you're not good at. And just do your best. Because, I don't know, school's awful too, though. I'm not getting back up on that soapbox. But it focused more on learning than getting the right answer, if that makes sense. Hey, Corinne. I am about this close to being done with stitching up your cover. I'm so sorry I'm late. I sold my first jewelry today, all thanks to you. Congratulations, Gethin. Hey, Dale. Will Randy be getting the corner now? Haha. No, he's not really enjoying his game right now, I don't think. Is that an accurate statement?
That is an entirely accurate statement.
Yeah, he's got to do his thing.
Are you serious?
And see, school is great for some folks. Sometimes people are blessed with good teachers. Sometimes, Randy and I both have learning disabilities, so we had a really hard time in school, and we didn't have very good teachers a lot of the time. Hey, Cassandra, it has. I'm actually going to be live streaming again tomorrow, but I wanted to give you guys an idea of what the craft room looks like today, because tomorrow is going to be completely different. I'm so excited. My coffee might have cooled down. Also, tomorrow I'm going to be announcing the winner of the Fairy House. I love some of my classes, but one of them I hate, and I'm failing in that class. Oh, getting a C, and I usually have an A average. I hear you. The class that I felt like I was failing was chemistry. It was an AP chemistry because I got a C in it. You know, but... Oh, well, thank you. I didn't realize I had a good vocabulary. My favorite tip is to read something from your book list you might not be as interested in before the class starts when you're all excited about the semester. That's true. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys just a little bit while the coffee cools down. Oh, and I just got done making some fur ears for a client. Like, we're backed up to like July on our custom work. Hey, Buttons. She says, hey, Vaughn, I'm doing Inktober over on my channel. Can I shamelessly promote myself, please? Holy crap, it's October. We need to do Inktober, you guys. We'll figure it out. So over in this corner, you can see that's different now. Vaughn, would it be possible to let us know when we can order more chainmail, please? Hey, Samantha, I don't know when we'll be putting more rings up. I don't anticipate it will be until after November, probably after Thanksgiving, honestly. I highly recommend the ringlord.com. for in the meantime, as well as on the same page where we did have our rings for sale, we posted a link to where I've been getting them from on Amazon. I really like those rings. Hey, Julie in Atlanta. But yeah, you can see this corner is completely different. Kind of. You okay?
Yes.
Sorry, my face is just itchy. Oh, I need to take some allergy medicine.
That was an amazing 3v4.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, that was an amazing 3v4. We lost royally.
Okay.
Not amazing.
Over here in the corner, the drawers were covering that window, and now they're turned and covering along this whole bottom edge of what we're doing. So this ringinator table isn't going to be here, but there's drawers here. There's drawers all along. I need to go through and water all my houseplants again. They're starting to look a little thirsty. And now the big rack that was basically blocking off this window. Can you let me promote my channel? I feel badly for asking this. No, go for it, Allie. But the big rack that was in front of the window is now right here, and it's actually going to have the leather on top of it, like right in this area. I need to move those totes to somewhere else. Yvonne, saw your henna mixing video. I cannot wait for your henna hair video so I can start doing mine. My spouse also wants me to do his as well. Right on. Yeah, it's my roots are kind of growing out. My summer like highlights from being out in the sun are a little not as dark as I like them. I kind of like my hair a little darker because that way, because there is hair here, you just can't see it, and so it makes it look like I'm going bald. Last Storm says, I'm thinking of making a new YouTube channel. Any ideas on what I should do for a topic and name? I have no idea. Thanks, Sora. Sora says, wow, you're good at tracking your hand on the camera. It's like I've done it every day for a year and a half. Hey, Derpy Pigeon. Hey, Valerie. So that's kind of, and that wasn't really in the plan. Moving this rack, it was going to get moved elsewhere, but I started rearranging before we renovated the second room because that's still going to be waiting until the end of November. But I did shuffle some stuff into the stairwell, like the front door stairwell hallway. Hey, Dorothy. And guys, I'm so excited. I think we're going to get the table moved tonight. Like the big table moved over. I got the ears done. Mm-hmm. He's looking at me like, see that face? That beautiful face, that beautiful angry face.
I'm so angry.
Full of rage. Dorothy says, hey, Randy.
Sup?
He goes, sup. He's all dead inside. It's okay. And then Sam Dog's here. So we just got back from... I think it would be so nice when you guys are close to each other. I know, Sora. I'm so excited. We're going to be, like, next to each other again. Ish. Because I'm all over the place. I'm going to have, like, 3 different little stations. Derpy says, pose for us, you beautiful Randy.
Pose.
Pose. Vogue. Do something impressive.
Pose.
That'd be like, I love this man. Oops. Good grave. You just knocked my camera over. You broke the camera, Randy. You right? Sorry. Okay. The convention went really well, I think. It was Archon in... Hey, Sam Dog. It was Archon in Collinsville, Illinois, near St. Louis. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you don't feel well, River. I hope you get to feeling better. But it was a really good weekend. Lauren with LaRue Cosplay was there with us, as was Asmith with Hidden Thicket here on, yeah, Randy's not happy about moving things. Pat says, Randy looks so happy about moving things. He's a, I don't know if you can hear him. That could be really distracting when you're side by side. Hopefully, I feel like I haven't gotten enough cuddles in like a year. I've been sick for the last 3 weeks. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys get to feeling better. I get to organize after the 14th, says Valerie. Last big show. Then I get to organize, and I have some new chai blend to send you. Ooh, I drink up all the other stuff. Speaking of drinking. Cheers, everybody. It's drinking temperature.
Okay.
And that's mudslide coffee. So it's like diabetes tasting. Diabetes. Hey, Sam dog. But, okay, so I can't really take you guys on too much of a tour because the phone dies if I don't keep it plugged in.
What's the charge at?
Again, I don't know. What is the charge at? It's at 72. Do you think it'd be okay?
Yeah.
It'll be all right. We got the new battery, didn't we? Sorry, I'm still stuck in old battery mode. Everyone drink when Vaughn drinks. Well, I'm going to take you guys on a quick tour real quick because I want you guys to see how messy everything is so you can be extra proud with me tomorrow when it's all finished. It says the stream froze. What? I'm back. Maybe you can refresh the screen. I don't know. Maybe. Probably. Swimmer asks, do you guys ever get out of Texas? Go out of Texas for events and stuff? Well, we actually live in Missouri. No, I'm in here, guys. I don't know if you can... If anybody can hear me, can you type to have them refresh the page? Is it working yet? I don't know. Okay, so, but this is the corner. Okay, thank you guys. This is the corner this is kind of how it's gonna be. This happening here with the drawers. Right on, thanks Martha. Now over here, we're gonna have more drawers. So this whole window area is just gonna be like a window seat of drawers for plants and cats. And then I am going to do a shelf across there, I think, to put more plants on, but I'm not worrying about that immediately. Along this wall right here. See Randy? I like him. But that's actually, Randy's section is going to get scooched down just a bit. And the 9-foot long dining table is going to be inserted there. And then so basically this whole mess right now, this is only like 7 feet long. It's going to get it only has one section added into it right now. We're gonna get the other section put in, so it's gonna be 9 feet long, and it's gonna go right there, and I'm gonna redo the whole like stacking behind it thing. And then this area right here, like we got a few more. I wanted to keep this pretty low budget. Like I did not want to be spending a ton of money because I'd rather be spending money on like beads or like plants or you know, anything other than just more drawers. So we did go out and get some of these things that were just like, I mean, they're only a couple of bucks though, and they're perfectly height for perfect size and height for holding a ton of acrylic paints in the little like bottles. But I don't know if this is staying here yet. I'm not entirely sure, but you all know me. I rearrange like every 2 months. Okay, so here's the living room right now. It's a disaster. Hello, disaster. Yeah, it's a wreck. And then over here in the foyer area, I don't know if y'all can recall, but let me turn that light on. This used to not have bookcases in it, and now it does have bookcases in it. And these 2 bookcases were in the craft room, and so now them being in here really gives it like a big, really opened up a bunch of space in the craft room. But now it's, I don't know, I like it. We're gonna move that leather, it doesn't go there. It's gonna go on top of the wire rack, but we're gonna be putting like the plants and stuff there. So plants everywhere, right? Dollar Tree has those for $1. Right on, Allie. It is coming along, Jeanette. More natural night now that the windows are unblocked, right? I'm really excited about this. Like, it had gotten to the point that my craft room is a reflection of myself, and whenever it gets super duper like awful crazy messy, I feel super awful crazy messy. Oh, well, thank you, Amanda. It's Amanda says, Yvonne, you have the prettiest house. I'm glad you think so. It's a big fixer-upper, but I like it. It's a huge fixer-upper, actually. It's 3 stories and needs fixed-or-uppered. If those are real plants, then you must get some good air there. We do. The house is really drafty. So, I don't know. You mean like from outside or from inside? But yeah, we've got some more plants here. Just, a house is better than a tent. Oh, I tightened up for moving. But yeah, I've got an aloe vera here that's just suffering a bit. A lot of my houseplants started suffering. I do not ask my house sitter to water houseplants for me because I feel like it's my mess. They shouldn't have to take care of it. Jungle Kingdom, right? So some of my houseplants didn't get watered for like 2 weeks, and a lot of them are dying. So I need to like resuscitate them quickly. The question was by Sora. Vaughn, have you ever thought about participating in the online art activities like Inktober? I would love to, but I feel like I'm already a day behind, if that makes sense. Because today, I guess, what day is today? Is it the 1st or the 2nd?
I think it's the 1st.
Is it? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's the 1st.
Okay, if it's the 1st of October.
It's Monday, it's the 1st. No, it's the 2nd.
It's the 2nd of October. Yeah, I'm already way behind. I might start planning ahead for next year. My studio stays clean until this time for an event, then the tornado hits, right? I live in a tent, and the funniest thing I find now is that I got arrested for saying the F word in front of a cop. What? I actually lived in a tent for about 4 or 5 months whenever we lived at the campground. That was before the cabin was built. You can always buy a storage shed for your big yard. We have one, Shannon. It's all full of storage stuff. Amanda says, Yvonne, I live in a converted garage turned into an in-law apartment. So when I see a house, they're all pretty. That's fair, Amanda. Well, thank you anyhow, though. Ooh, last one gets to find out whether or not they get cats. Does living in a tent in the army count? Kind of. I don't know. They've got, well, some of them I've seen looked like pretty fancy tents, but I think if anybody can rough it, the army can. So, oh, you guys, we have the whole month off. Well, okay, take that back. October 14th, I am teaching a thermoplastic class at the, hey Kara, at the Tandy Leather in Springfield, Missouri. I'm teaching how to like mold like Terraflex onto something to make like a mask. I wish I had a real place to live instead of a tent. I'm gonna freeze this winter. Oh no. And then the weekend after that, I believe October 21st, we're going to be doing the Maple Leaf Festival here in Carthage, Missouri, which is just a little one-day craft show, but we really enjoy it. It's literally walking distance, like from where we live. So right on. We'll see you, Storm. So it's like I'm really excited to not be doing a lot of traveling. Last storm, not the same storm. We got to meet so many of y'all this weekend at Archon. The weekend before, possibly. We got to meet some folks from the internet at SpaCon as well. But no, Archon was really good. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm just like, I'm all over the place. I need to just focus on trying to breathe. And Sora says, are you excited for Halloween? I haven't thought that far ahead yet. But I think so. Peptide says, ever come to California? I haven't yet, but I'd really like to. Like, I want to go and see the giant, like, sequoias. Is that out in California? The big old trees? Sheila says, hey there, how long have you been live? The phone tells me 19 minutes. So, but yeah, I'd love to go out. It's almost a whole nother world looking. For sure. Oh, and we found the really big spider from the other day. He moved into the window. And he lives there now, catching bugs. Marlene asks, is Hidden Thicket coming to live with you? Yes, our good friend Asmith with Hidden Thicket is coming and seeing us to, to live with us. At least for the winter, but we'll see if it lasts longer because I really like having him in the house. He's pretty cool. Allie asks, hey Vaughn, have you ever been to Ohio? I was actually born and raised through most of my childhood, up until like high school years in southern Ohio. So, well, I was born in northern Ohio, but then we moved down south and stayed there for a minute. Before moving on. Give me just a sec, I gotta rub my face. I trimmed some fake fur, and now I'm covered in it. It's all up my nose. It's all in my eyeballs. And I should have worn a respirator. I gotta tell you guys something. We came home, and the power had gone out. And I guess the deep freeze didn't come back on.
The power went off, like,
and
a week before.
Yeah, and I thought that it might have been from this time, but it was from last time the power went out, like a week and a half ago. The deep freeze didn't turn itself back on. Like, I guess you have to unplug it and plug it back in after a power, like a stutter in the power. So there was just a weird smell, like, and I thought, oh, maybe because it was in the utility room, so I was like, maybe the cat just, like, I don't know, ate garbage or something and then pooped like it was the apocalypse. But no, it was the deep freeze. So now that was horrible. I never have been so grateful to have a respirator and elbow length industrial rubber gloves before, because I had to go and Randy was like, I'll help you with it after I go to the bathroom, because we had just gotten home after being on the road for like, it was a 4-hour drive. So he was like, I gotta go potty and then I'll help you. And I was like, I have to take care of this now. So fortunately, by the time he finished up, I had gotten most of, like, it was at least on the back porch. But oh, the smell, it still smells outside even, because like, I don't want to have to set it on fire, but I don't know how to get rid of that smell. And I don't actually think that I want to use it again, because, uh-oh, the popo's coming.
Well, you were reading about it.
Reading about what?
The deep freeze.
I was?
Yes, online. That's why you determined you don't want to use it again.
Yeah, I was, well, and, you know, Shannon, I had read, like bleach and stuff, but I was reading online that, like, sometimes you have to take out that inner plastic liner to get to, that, like, insulation there in the sides. I have not tried using vinegar and lemon. I used some, like, concentrated Lysol, and, like, swish that around with, like, hot water, and then we're letting it air out, like it's wide open in the backyard, just reeking of death. Yeah, True says vinegar and lemon juice, but I just toss it is best, because that's, like, we don't want to try using it again, because I don't trust it to not, I don't want to put food in there and count on it to keep the food frozen, and then have this happen again. Fortunately, I didn't lose too much food in the freezer. We lost, like, about 20 pounds of chicken, and a bunch of frozen vegetables. So there's that. That was pretty sad. I was very sad. So let's do a quick Q&A for a little bit. Does anybody have questions and stuff? Jennifer's already started it off with, how long have you been crafting, and what was the first thing you ever made? I've been crafting probably my whole life. Like, I've been artsy-fartsy my whole life. Like, as a kid, like, I was always, Christmas every year was one of those, you know, you open it, it has the crayons and colored pencils and markers and stuff. Gym, it just didn't restart, I guess, because everything else in the house was fine. Like, the lights on the stove were blinking and stuff. But probably the first thing I ever made, other than, like, as a early young adult, you know, 17, was probably whenever I made my first piece of jewelry. Other than replacing ear hooks and clasps on necklaces, the first thing I ever made was this little, it was on some memory wire, and it was like just a little tiger's eye teardrop and some tiger's eye chip beads from Hobby Lobby, and I didn't have a clasp for it, so I used a bent up ear hook for closing it in the back. And I had made that, and then I had made, with more chip beads and some willow fronds, like branches of willow while they were still green, I had braided a little, like, circlet, and then, like, used some embroidery thread and, like, wove some little chip beads in around the edge. Give me just a moment. Allie says, hey Vaughn, what is the best way to make a simple, durable chain for a Yule necklace that's with a Thor hammer? It is heavy and I need to know the best way. I would probably use like stainless steel and just weave a chain, like probably Byzantine or box chain or something. It depends on how bulky you want it. But stainless steel or titanium I feel like would be the best way to go if you want a very strong, durable necklace. Let's see. It's very much a bummer to come home to, Manny. Get a new one, scrap out the copper coils though. Oh, use the copper tubing in your crafting, sort of steampunkish. That's true, Jim. That's a good idea. Have you done any work with resin? I have not. I'd love to though. My friend Lauren though, over on her channel, did some like resin casting. Oh, I guess I should plug the phone back in. What's the? Oh, it's at 61, down by 10%. There we go. Getting some better lighting going. I'm not entirely sure what a Yule necklace is. I'm presuming it's maybe a gift for someone. When are you streaming next time? Asks Cheyenne. Tomorrow, because I don't have a video for you guys. I typically, and I'm trying really hard to stick to this streaming schedule of Tuesdays and Thursdays. I live stream for y'all, and then the rest of the time I have videos. For I really appreciate you guys being patient with me these past couple of weeks. I've been trying a lot of new stuff. I haven't really done a whole lot of wire wrapping, but I do have some pretty big wire wrapping projects coming up. And so I'll be able to make some videos out of those and share maybe some new techniques with you guys, or at least different ways of approaching techniques that you might already be familiar with. How did you do at Archon? Jim, we did pretty good. We did much better than last year. I've been using resin with glow-in-the-dark powders, backing the dragon eyes with it. Oh, Shannon, that sounds awesome. This is one-step UV resin that people do, polymer clay that does not require you to mix resin. That's really cool, Manny. I hadn't heard of that. Yes, Tanya. So far, we're on schedule. I had ordered a ton of wire from Parawire so that I can, you know, redistribute it to you guys, and that arrived on time. And so we're getting the chainmail and the wire wrapping packages put together. You can see over here, whoo, I have my ringinator set up. So I'm going to be cutting some more rings for the chainmail kits, but so far we should be shipping on October 8th, and that's for the double kits. I've been using resin with glow. Okay. They're dancing around the mailbox waiting. Hey, Ellie, thank you. I'll send you some blanks. Shannon, that would be so cool. And you got that mention from Parawire. I know, right? Like, they're super cool. Like, I really like the folks over there with Parawire. Wow, you can see outside your windows behind you. Now we can watch your flowers bloom next spring with you. Right? And that's something that I'm really going to try, especially, like, out this window, too. Like, this whole bed here, underneath the window is, like, gladioli and roses. I grew a lot of, like, oregano and herbs this year in that window. And it's just, you know, we had hummingbirds and butterflies. Are those Venus flytraps behind you? No, that's actually a peperomia plant. I can see how you would think that. It has a very, like, succulent style leaf. Christina asks, did Azimuth come home with y'all? No, he's not going to come by until probably the end of November because he's finishing up his fire training for, he's going to be a forester when he grows up. Hey, John, not a whole lot is up. Sorry, brain farted. Stuff is good. Hi Yvonne, have you ever had any signs of autumn yet? Over here in Sweden, the leaves are turning orange already, and it gets darker earlier and earlier for each passing day. How's it over there? It's been quite dry, so we're not getting a whole lot of color changing, but like my my morning glories are just, the vines just kind of withered up, which is fine. That happens. But it's starting to, it is definitely getting much darker, much earlier. Like, daylight savings time, I guess, is going to start kicking in before too long. But yeah, it's almost pitch black outside. Well, We've got like 30 more minutes before it's actually pitch black outside. And Cheyenne asks, favorite candy and soda? I don't really like soda. I guess sometimes I enjoy a good Dr. Pepper. And ginger ale and root beer are probably my favorites. And then favorite candy? I don't know. I'm not picky, honestly. Do I look picky? No, I'm not picky at all whenever it comes to candy. Like, I don't know, I like stuff with like fruit and nuts in it. Yeah, I really like chocolate, but like, I'm not as much of a fan of like plain chocolate. I like chocolate like as a carrier for other things, like hazelnuts or dried fruit or something. So, like, I like chocolate with some texture in it. Ooh, probably one of my favorite ones is the blood orange Ghirardelli chocolate. It's super good. Bye, Maria. Yeah, I think I'm getting to the point that I'm kind of stalling. Because I'm like, I said I was going to move the table tonight. No, I'm going to have to move the table tonight. Ooh, Jim, that sounds so good. He says, find a microbrewery and see if they can make a sassafras beer. I had sassafras tea at the Scarborough Renaissance Festival, and it was like so good. It was, I'm not going to say life-changing, but root beer just hasn't been the same ever since because it's just a little too syrupy and sweet compared to the sassafras tea. And that was like, somehow they still made it bubbly. I don't even know, but they called it sassafras tea, so who knows. I'm always eating popcorn when I watch you. Popcorn is so good. Yeah, Ellie says dark chocolate with something. Yep. Okay. Y'all got to see the craft room in its transition phase. So I'm going to let y'all go, and I'm going to get back to work, and then I'm going to see you guys in tomorrow's video, and hopefully we'll be able to get some crafting done in the brand newly organized craft room. Oh, hey, Nick. He says, are we not allowed to post emoji waving hands? It's my second time on an actual live feed. I have no idea. My friend helped me set up Nightbot, and I have no idea what happened. I think it became sentient and took over. So, but bye, everybody. Have a great night.